What is up YouTube? Derek here from DW Designs and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, welcome. Glad to have you here. Hit that subscribe button if you gain any value or learn anything. Today, we're gonna be working on repairing some of the cracks that we see on here, and then we're gonna gusset some of the tubing in the back, but I don't have the tubing yet to do that. Today's Monday, by the way. It's not coming till tomorrow, so I will not be able to gusset anything until I get it, but in the meantime, we can weld repair some of the cracks that we see, and then later on I'll gusset that stuff. I'll show you guys another day. Okay, so right off the bat, it's hard to tell in camera. I don't think by looking at the screen here, for me anyway, on my camera, I can't tell the difference. This tube here was added in after the fact, you guys. This was an afterthought, and so was all the tubing that's in here as well. This repair was not done by me, it was done by somebody else. And I have a feeling that at one point in time it's been rolled or something, because we now have a stress fracture crack right here, right along there. And I don't know if we can get that on camera or not, but I'll do my best. If you guys see that hairline fracture right there, it goes all the way up. It's just starting, it's not all the way through like these guys were. On this side, I was literally able to pull it off, but these are going to be okay with just a light weld on it and then sand it down, because like I said, I believe that it was damaged in the past and this is just finally starting to show, and it's been painted all the way up to here, so I believe that it's been damaged once before. Like I said, I'm saying that over and over again. But back here in the back, we got a stress fracture right here. You can see that clear as day. And that's a huge problem, because what's happening is you have this whole engine compartment section, and it's going up and down like this and putting a lot of stress right on here, and it's welded right to this one too, so it's not allowing it to move, so it's going to crack right there right after the weld, which is doing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to sand this down and weld it, and then when I get some tubing in that's the correct size, we're going to gusset it from here to here. Now this will not get in the way of the shocks or anything, I know that, so we'll be good to do that. So that'll help prevent this from cracking again, and if it cracks again, well, we're going to have to figure something else out, but hopefully that takes care of the problem. But we're going to do that on both sides because the other side hasn't cracked yet, so this should fix the problem altogether as far as geometry goes. Let's get to sanding. Let's get this thing sanded down, get the powder coat off of it and the paint off of it, and get it cleaned up, ready for TIG welding. Let's go over what I did. I went over and took the roof off to start with, and then went in and put some tape on to try and stay within parameters when we're sanding and grinding and so forth, and put some packing pads on here to protect the seats. I also put tape on all the glass and stuff like that. Granted, is it necessary because I'm going to be TIG welding? No, not really, but just in case, we don't want any issues. So we're going to go ahead and tape all that up like we already did. Went ahead and unplugged the battery, guys. Always make sure the battery's unplugged when you go and weld on a vehicle. And that's all we got done so far. Tape obviously over here as well to sand in between there to weld that joint, and over here as well. What we're going to do is we're going to grab the air grinder and we're going to go ahead and start grinding away. I always use a 90-degree angle, and the coarseness I'm going to use is going to be 120. These are from, not wanting to focus, but these are from Jag 10 tools, you guys. shout out to you guys if you guys watch this video. Their sandpaper is phenomenal. I'm not affiliated with them at all. I just use their product and they're amazing. So if you guys ever need sanding discs, rotolocks, even belts, or they even have the ends for these. They have all kinds of stuff. So go check them out. And if you do, tell them I sent them your way. That'd be awesome. So get this guy hooked up and we're gonna start sanding. As you guys can see here, we got it all nice and cleaned up, sanded and everything. And you guys can just make it out right there. It's cracked right there. And it is cracked right there. Hairline fracture right in there, right at the end of my fingernail. And then it goes around right here and up through here. And as you guys look right here, you can see it's been welded twice. So you have this weld which goes along here, and then this weld that comes out right here. So it's been welded once already. So this is already going to be a weak point, which might cause a problem later on down the road, but hopefully not. So I went ahead and sanded this side as well and back here and got in there as far as I could go, getting that ready to weld. I went over everything and put acetone on it as well, cleaned that up. Now on this one, this side concerns me the most. And I don't know if I can get here to a point where you guys can see this a little bit better or if it'll even show up on the camera. But if you guys look very carefully, it's cracked along here, comes out and around and then right through here and then down. I know you could barely make that out on the camera, but you can kind of see goes up, around, and then back. This tube is structurally compromised, unfortunately. I have a feeling that this tube's only going to crack again later on down the road, which means what would have to happen is if this tube completely breaks in half, right in here somewhere, then we'll have to cut it down here later on in the future, here, and probably right here, and rebend a hoop right here. The other side, I think it'll be okay. It's wishy-washy, guys. I like I told the client, because I did tell him that, you know, I could go ahead and weld these and whatnot, but there's no guarantee that they'll stay because they're already compromised. Just like this whole tube here has been compromised. It's been sleeved, it's been broken once already, and we can't, you know, just fix it. We have to put a new tube in, and we're gonna make it thicker wall tubing, same size, just thicker wall, and add one more piece in here, and, you know, gusset a few areas to make it not bend again like it did before. So next up is basically, we're just gonna weld these. That's all we can do today because I don't have the tubing for the other stuff. So let's go turn the welder on, get started. So with that, guys, this is going to conclude episode 4. I know hasn't been a lot going on yet. We're going to get to the front end of this car, I promise. Thank you so much for watching episode 4, and I'll see you guys in the next one.